myself Santosh, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft, taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
Right. So in the last class, we have just given a recap. I'll just give a recap of 5 minutes. So what we have seen is we talked about case studies, right? And these are the topics that we were like supposed to discuss. And we were talking about the top data-driven technologies, but where is data engineering? Well, data engineering is a root. And coming on, we were talking about the healthcare, telecommunication. We also talked about something about geo, social media, banking. All this are the things which we discussed in the last class. And we talked about one use case, Amazon, how we are getting the data and how are we going to organize it rather than 5 people talking to CEO. First, I'll organize everything into a single table, do the analysis, do the data cleaning, and then show it to my CEO. This is what we discussed. And we are talking about just Amazon. There are billions of applications all over the world and how the business is improving. For all the business, only one problem, data problem. And how are we going to handle it, right? And why this data science, data engineering, and all this AI driven, all why nowadays is getting popular is because all this data is increasing in the last 10-15 years, but now it is increasing extremely high. Well, people are there, more people are there for usage, but no people are there for doing the analysis or data cleaning or ETL process. And that's one thing like why we have the supply and demand problem. And that is why in the last 3-4 years, the technology has such a boom. There's no talents. They want people, the company needs data engineers, but there is no data engineers in the market, right? And that's why let's try to understand what is this data engineering in depth now. With that, we talked about data. How data is getting generated? Well, there are multiple ways. The first reason goes with internet, smartphone, sensors, and it is a very, very user-friendly. When I say user-friendly, anyone can access, right? Now, this is what we have discussed in the last class. Today's session, you will get answers for most of the questions, right? For most of the questions, you will get the answers. Let's start the session. Data is getting generated. That's how I understand that. Smartphone users, internet, everything is fine. But can I ignore it? Why should I simply store? Why should I simply store? Can I ignore it? Well, please be informed that data is a very, very key step for making decisions. Without data, you can never make any decisions. This question is for all the cricket fans. October 5th, World Cup is going to start. Who is going to win the cup this time? Who is going to win the cup this time? Might be India, Australia. Next. Now, I would say England. Now, each one has their own guess. But are you just making a decision? Never. You're analyzing the last 2-3 years' performance. How did they perform? Right? How many runs they have scored? How many matches they have won? What was their loss to win ratio? Everything you're calculating and then only you are guessing it. People who say India, of course, it's an Indian soil. Indians know better about the Indian pitch. Yes, the last time when World Cup was there in India, 2011, yes, we won the cup. And this time after 12 years, again we have, maybe yes, it's possible that we can still win, right? But what am I doing here? Am I simply going say India, Pakistan or Sri Lanka? No, I am doing an analysis. For that, what is required? Data is required. Who won the last World Cup? Who won the 2011 World Cup? Who won 1999 World Cup? I am going and analyzing. For that decision making, I need data. So we can never ignore data. Data is a very, very key important skill for us to know. Without data, there is nothing, right? And a very simple, straightforward, more data, more analysis, more profit, more results. As simple as that, right? Now, we can also make it better in terms of our revenue. For example, let's say I'll bring KSR into the example. Okay. The first batch that we took in KSR, we had one student in 2017. In 2017, we have trained one student. In 2023, we have trained 12,000 students. Now, how it was possible? We also started from one student And today we have trained almost 12,000 students. How it is possible? One student become two student, two become four, four become eight. And batch by batch, we started analyzing it. Okay, what we can teach, how can we get job? Main purpose is everyone is joining the course for job. So how can we get job? What circle of HRs we have? What we can do from our side? What best we can do to the students? And with that more data, we started getting the jobs. First student, we did not get job. So we understood what went wrong. We learned. Second student, second batch, we had two people, one got job. So we understood again what we did, what we thought, how we got job. And this is how step by step, we are grown. And for this, the most important thing is data. Data is data and we can never ignore it, right? Now, I'll give another example for our use case. Okay, we are talking so much of data engineering. Let's understand in a very layman terms. Very layman terms. This is a pic which I've taken from my terrace. This is a pic which I've taken from my terrace. And you know what? It's on a rainy day, right? It's completely a rainy day and it's a Bangalore photo. Just imagine suddenly if it's so much of rain, I mean, if it rains suddenly in your area, what will happen? See how mess it is. Everything is messed up. No place to walk, right? Everything is, wherever you see, everything is full of water. Correct? Now, imagine if suddenly it rains in your area. The first thing which will happen is water will never find a place to settle. That's what you can see here, right? Water spreads across the streets and it can even go enter the house and your entire normal life is affected. This is not only in the case of Bangalore. Every Indian city is having this issue. I cannot blame government for this. Of course, each one has their own priority. They don't even bother about this. Every time it rains, this is a situation. I don't know about other countries. I know about India. I've been in India for almost 30 years now. I know better, right? In India, every city, this is a problem. Even in your place, even in your the best city, best area, still the situation is like this when it suddenly rains. Now, let's figure out, why this problem occurred. Very simple. You did not manage your water properly. No planning. You did not handle the situation before. Now, all this has become a reason why you are facing the situation. Correct? Well, I'm talking about rain. I'm talking about rain, right? Now imagine, at least we can predict when it is going to rain, which month is going to rain. At least we can predict it. But more than this, what if I say you, if it rains suddenly only you're not able to manage it, what if data also flows like this from different system? Can you handle it? Forget about rain. If data also flows from different source, for example, in our case, KSR is a team. KSR is a team, right? And we have 4 to 5 people who will answer all your support calls. Okay, for example, you may call, I want to join this course, I want to join XYZ course, what is the fees, what is the duration? So you people call. What we are thinking, on an average, we get around 200 to 250 calls per day. So what we do, 200 divided by 5, each one has to handle 40 calls. Each one has to handle 40 calls. So we will be scheduling it. Okay, first call, person A will take. Second call, person B will take. So we will make sure that parallelly we divide it. Okay. Now, I don't know what happened today. Suddenly, we got 2000 calls. Suddenly, we got 2000 calls. Now tell me, can this 4 people handle 2000 calls in a single day? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? Initially, we were not being prepared for it. We thought, okay, on an average, for the last 6 to 7 months, on an average, we are getting every day 250 calls. Yes, we are able to manage with 4 to 5 people. Suddenly, I don't know what happened. Year end, no calls. We need job. We need to earn. And people suddenly start calling us. 2000 people are calling in a single day. How can we manage it? Well, at this point of time, as a company, we will fail because we may not be able to answer each one's query. 4 people, how can they handle 200 calls? Well, it's a drop. Lot of calls will be dropped. Now that's the problem we will be getting here. Reason? We were not being able to prepare. We were not being able to process the calls, and we were not experienced this before. And this is the same thing that is happening in the real time also. Data is coming and coming and coming unexpectedly, and we are not able to manage it. That's the biggest problem that we are facing in the current market. Data, we don't know how it is coming. Data, we don't know how it is coming, right? That's how data will come. And you need to know how to manage it. And how to manage it is what is going to be your role as a data engineer, right? Now we'll talk more on the concept now. All this, it's a layman understanding. Now let's talk about actual subject now. Just today we are entering into the subject. Now, I don't want to define, but still I'll tell you what is this data engineering. Well, I keep saying this, when it suddenly rains, you don't know what to do. The same thing is happening when data is also flowing like this, you don't know what to do. Well, data engineering is basically extracting the data from different data source. Extracting the data from different source. I have given an example called Amazon use case. In Amazon, we have a different retail company. Every retail company is sending data. From the company perspective, I need to organize everything. And then I'll be doing something called transformation. Now, what is this transformation? Transformation, some duplicates may be there, some missing values may be there, some null values, some abnormalities, some special characters, everything will be there. All this will be handled. Today, my cousin had come to my home, okay? He was like 20 years old. He wanted to fill some application, some government exam application he wanted to fill. He wanted to fill some government exam application. Okay. So he didn't know how to fill the form. So he came to my home today. This happened today. Okay. He came to my home and he opened the form where he was filling. Okay. And I am a person who, I never use laptops. I always use computers and systems because that's convenient for me. I use mouse, I use keyboard. So I was entering whatever he was saying, I was entering. And I told him, you do it. Okay. He was typing something in my keyboard. They asked age. Okay, there was one field called age. In the form, there is one field called age. He gave age to 0. That is his age. He gave age as 20. In my keyboard, 0 is not working. I have to press very hard. Okay, my keyboard, somewhere some buttons are like, I have to replace it. But just I'm saying, my keyboard, in the number tab, 0 is not working. And he said 0 is not working. I said him, press hard. The moment he pressed hard, it came as 200. 2 zeros. Since he pressed hard, he has entered twice. He has entered very hard. It has came as 200. Now tell me, can age be 200? Can age be 200? He directly submitted the form. He directly submitted the form. After reviewing the preview, right? Once you submit a form, you will see preview. In the preview, I noticed that, hey, why have you given age 200? No, I just entered only 10. I don't know why it came 20. It's a data issue. If anyone is not identifying this, if anyone is not correcting this, that can mess up your entire data. What type of mistakes can happen like this? Phone number. You enter 10 digit, suddenly you press one more digit, it will go and submit it. Now, all this data cleaning, data transformations, rooming all these extra things and handling this, all this we call it as transformation. And finally, I'm loading into a database, a single database, which is called load. I don't know whether you know it or not. In English, we call it as synonyms. What is synonyms? What is synonyms?
Same meaning, but a different word.
Yes, same naming with a different word. Well, if you ask me what is data engineering, I can simply say ETL. It's what I define. Don't go and search in Google or Chat GPT or but I'm just saying it's the way I define. Whatever I'm doing, I'm gathering the data from different data sources. It's extract. I'm doing the data cleaning, data transformations, and doing all the data corrections. It's a transformation, and I'm loading into a single table. Well, it is load, and all this we call it as ETL. And that is what you're going to do as a data engineer. The moment you listen this data engineering, the first thing should strike your mind is, yes, I am going to do ETL. Where are you going to do? Let's see. But the main baseline, the foundation will always be ETL. See, it's not only about ETL. You do a lot of things. You add some analysis, you do some calculations, you do a lot of things. But at a high level, you are going to do ETL, extract, transform, and load. Okay, with that, let's see how can we fix this. Let's see how can we fix this. We know we have to do this. We know we have to do this. Next, we'll try to focus on how to handle this and why it is important. As simple as that, ETL is important because you have to gather all the data. You have to focus more on the business. So obviously you need it. And bringing all data together is a main step that we needed. If you're not doing it, you will definitely lose your business. You have to bring all the data to one place. That's the first important step that you need to do, right? And I just asked who will win the match. Obviously, people said India or England or South Africa or Australia. How? Based on history. So this will be definitely will be useful for prediction. If someone is asking tomorrow will it rain, what I will do? I will go and analyze last 5 days weather report. Correct? For that, what I need data? I need data. I will be gathering the data from different sources. That's what data engineer is going to do. And if you provide the proper data, people will predict, right? And this is a most favorite line. This is a favorite line. Okay. Without data engineer, you can never have a data science and data analysis. Personally, I've worked in all three environments. I have worked as a data scientist. I'll be again telling you what is data science, what is data analysis, and what is data engineer. But personally, I've worked in all three. But one thing which is very close to my heart is data engineering. Data engineering is art, actually. Every application, data engineering is necessary. If you don't know how to manage your data, then your entire business will be screwed up. Any business, you take Amazon, you take Google, or you even take KSR. If you're not able to manage data, the business will be screwed, right? And that's how it is important and it is needed. Without this, how can I go and do analysis? Without this, how can I go and manage my business? Data engineering is must and it is needed, right? Now, in real world, what we are exactly going to do is ETL. In real world, what we are going to do is ETL. What is ETL? Extraction, transformation, and loading. Now, let's come to this point. Already data has been increasing from 2004 because 2004 Facebook came, then Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, everything came. And now we are in a stage that we are not able to manage the data. But 10 years back, 2008 to 2014, this is the time where I was like a graduate student. Okay, I was like 12th BE first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Now this is where the stage I was when I was in those stage, that the early stage, early 2010. There was not much of cloud usage. Everyone were like still managed. They were managing the data. They were still managing the data. Now, if you ask me, is a data engineering something which you have started yesterday or day before yesterday? Definitely not. Data engineering is there from last 15 years. Data engineering is there from the last 15 years. But why it has been popular in the last few years is what is a question. Data engineering is there right from 2005, 2006. That itself, they were only managing the data. But why it is famous now? Why it is in demand now? Why it is a buzzword now? To answer that, in order to do this ETL process, we already have certain ETL tools which is in the market. You don't worry. Already there is a softwares. Already there is applications which we can do this three things. What are the three things? Extraction, transformation, and loading. For all this, we already have a tools for this. Now, The first thing is got to know about data engineering. Data engineering is all about extraction, transformations of loading, and we have a tool for it. Now, you all people will be thinking in your mind, okay, we have Talent, we have SAS, we have Informatica, we have SAP, we have Oracle, we have Microsoft SQL Server, and we also have IBM InfoSphere Information Server. Now, all these are already a ETL tool. Without knowing ETL, listen carefully, listen. Without knowing ETL, without knowing the concept of ETL, you can never become a data engineer. Because the other name of data engineering itself is building ETL pipelines. How we can extract, how we can load, how can we transform. That is what we are going to do. Okay. One thing I'll tell you, maybe if it is a very surprising for you, tell me. Okay. I don't know none of this tool, but I'm a certified data engineer. Can you believe this? I don't know even a single tool among this, but I am data engineer. Can you believe this?
Yes.
I'm telling, for data engineering, you have to extract, transform, and load. For knowing this, for doing this ETL, we already have certain applications which are right in front of the screen, which you are seeing. Unfortunately, I don't know this, but still I'm a data engineer. Is it confusing? Are you surprised? Yes? No?
Sir, you know ADF, right?
What is ADF? And it's not in the screen. Where is ADF here?
You put it more efforts in data.
Where
engineering.
efforts? What I'm saying, I don't know none of this tool, but I am a data engineer. How it is possible?
So you are analyzing the data.
That
None
means
of-
I'm a data analyst, not a data engineer. For data engineer, we have to know ETL tool, but I don't know none of this. How come I become data engineer?
All these tools are
traditional
on-prem,
ADF
but one more ETL tool is ADF, Azure-based ETL tool, cloud-based.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing.
Informatica is a ETL tool.
Let me tell you one thing. All these tools were very much famous from 2008 to 2014. Okay, but I started my career from 2014 only. Okay, when I started, that time itself, this technologies, these tools were already going down. Even today, there could be certain applications, they are using these tools. But unfortunately, these tools is not able to handle the current data volume. These tools were really good in the past. 2008 to 2010, 12, if you see, the data was not that big. The data was not that big when we did not have smartphones, right? All the people in this session, even 2008 or 9, we did not have smartphones. There are a lot of other people who are like previous generation, they had. That time, data was less. So when this type of tools were able to handle the less data, but unfortunately, in the current situation, these tools are not helpful, but you can still find it. I have worked certain projects on this tool as well, but it's not that efficient. You can build ETL pipelines, ETL datasets by using this, but it is for certain extent of data, and anything which is greater than certain threshold, these tools are not working properly. Let me tell you what is happening. Imagine, I'll give a very simple example. Imagine this is a glass. This is a glass. 2008, the water level was this much. 2009, the water level was this much. 2015, the water level was this much. 2018, the water level was this much. All this, it is still possible to store within the glass. But in the current market, what is happening? The water is completely filled up. That is what has happened with these tools. These tools were very good when data was less. Now the volume of the data is keep on increasing. Unfortunately, this capacity of this ETL tools has become very hard to store this type of data. And that is the reason this traditional ETL tools are slowly coming down. I will not say zero, slowly coming down. Even today, there are a couple of other projects which I'm working. They're using SSIS and they're using Informatica and they're also using Ab Initio. Still, there are a lot of projects, and even you can see some Ab Initio openings, Informatica openings, Talent openings. There are still people are working because there are certain applications where they don't want to migrate, but they still be using the old technology. That's why I'm saying it's not zero, but slowly these tools are coming down, down, down. And I may be not knowing this traditional ETL tools, but I'm well aware of all the cloud ETL tools. That is what we are going to learn as part of this course. We are not focusing on what happened in the past. This is all past tools. If you ask me, yes, to become a data engineer, ETL is must. And to learn ETL, you have to know one tool. But we are not going to learn anything, these tools. Why? These are all on premises, or they're all which exist in the servers. And this servers is what we call on premises, and we are not going to use this. Instead of doing this, we are going to the next level. We are going to learn in the cloud. Let's see what we are going to learn within the cloud. Now, to give more thoughts on this, why there is a problem with on premises, why people have stopped using on premises, why everyone is going for cloud. First of all, what is this cloud? First of all, what is this cloud? We'll see this. Okay. Now, before even explaining this, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to show you one thing. Don't tell anyone, okay? These are all KSR students. Okay, these are all KSR students. You have which location they come from, what is their experience, through which they reached us. Some people will reach us from Facebook. Some people will reach us from Telegram. Some people will reach us from YouTube. Some people will reach us from WhatsApp. And when did they join the course? And which course they belong to? I mean, what's their email ID? Which batch they belong to? So what is B7, B8 means? B16 could be data science. B6 could be data analysis. B11 could be data engineering. This offered will tell me either it's a 0 or 1. Okay, this offered will tell me either it's a B or a 0 or 1. 0 means they have not got offer after our course. 1 means they have got offered after our course, right? 0 means no offer, 1 means offer. By chance, if it's 1, we are also maintaining how many offers they got. How many offers they got, whether 1, 2, 3 or 4. So among these 4 offers, which is the highest package they have got? So this person has got 20 lakhs, the highest package, 15.5, 21, 19.4, 17 lakhs. This person has not got any package because obviously has not got offer. So number of offers will be 0. So if you see here, 15.5 lakhs, he has got offered, but he has got 3 offers. If you see, he reached us from Instagram and his experience is 1. He is from Pune. Okay. Now, this is what KSR students information. Now, this database, where it is installed? It is installed in my system. It is installed in my system. Let's see what is my space. What is my space of me system? My system is 200 GB, 460 GB, 460 GB. So 460 GB plus 460 GB plus 200, my system size is 1 terabyte. With this 1 terabyte, I am able to manage all my students' information. I'm able to manage all my students' information. Correct? All good? So far, so good. Now, coming to this, today, my data is less. I can manage it within Excel sheet, right? I can manage with Excel sheet. Tomorrow, if it is increasing more, maybe I can move it to the database. That's what I've done. I have used MySQL database where I can store up to 2 GB in per table. Okay, fine. Just imagine today, KSR data is 1 terabyte. KSR data is 1 terabyte. Today we have 1 terabyte of data in KSR. Where am I managing? My laptop itself is having 1 terabyte of space. So I'm going to use my laptop to maintain all my students' information. So here I'm showing you all the student information is being used. I mean, is being stored. Where it is stored? It is stored in the database. Where it is this database? This database is within my system. Where is my system? This is my system. My system is having 1 terabyte of space. All good so far? Yes. Tomorrow, number of students will increase, number of batches will increase, number of people getting offered will be increasing. 11,000 will become 20,000, 20,000 will become 40,000, 40,000 students will become 80,000. 10 years down the line, my data will increase to 10 terabyte. What am I going to do? My laptop is 1 terabyte, right? Very simple. I'm going to buy 10 laptops. Each laptop charges me 1 lakh. So 10 laptops charges me 10 lakh. The entire data management today, it is being handled within 1 lakh. And tomorrow we are going to manage within 10 lakhs. Now, my KSR data is increasing from 1 terabyte to 10 terabyte. Whatever the solution which I'm proposing, is it correct? Is it correct? Buy 10 laptops to maintain 10 terabytes. Is it correct? Is it correct?
No, Santosh.
Why?
No.
Because
Maintenance cost is
data
more.
is increasing, we are increasing the laptops
Maintenance
and
cost
also
That is fine. What is there? 10 laptops only,
What
right? I will buy.
maintenance also will be difficult to manage all those.
You all people are
Laptops.
joined KSR and you all people have got job. Wouldn't you be grateful to us? You will manage my laptops. 10 people will manage 10 laptops. What is the big deal in this?
But the configuration becomes older and older.
That's fine. I'll keep on increasing.
Accessing data will be difficult.
Also, it
For
will
every
be
Accessing the
laptop, there is a
data.
limited
For the
configuration.
10 laptop data, we have to access, right? For the thing, it will be difficult.
It will be difficult to access.
That is fine. I'll spend another 2 lakhs for access.
It becomes very costly and
Fine.
not
But
easy to process.
if data exists more than 10 TB,
That is
it,
fine. I'm a far relative of Mukesh Ambani. That is fine. I will buy.
I mean, you can buy, but how do you manage?
But
I'll hire 10
company
people.
Not all are relative of Mukesh Ambani. One people can do that, but all of them can't manage it. Data
Okay.
volume. All
Okay.
of them can't manage this infrastructure. All of
Okay.
them can't take care of security.
Okay.
All of them can't, manage all the, what you call the, software, required software, infrastructure, security, data volume, all those things. In rare cases, one like people like Mukesh Ambani can do that, but all are not Mukesh Ambani in India, right? You
Okay.
can take a percentage out of this.
Okay. 1 terabyte, 1 lakh. 10 terabyte, 10 lakh. Tomorrow it becomes 100 terabyte. Are you going to spend 100 lakhs? 100 lakhs is equal to 1 C. 1
We
crore.
need to move to cloud.
In this case, my on-premises is facing issues. Today, you all people are there, among 60 people are there. I can pick 10 people. I can give my 10 laptops and I'll ask you to manage. You people will do it for me. Tomorrow it becomes 100. Where will I go and search 100 people? After that, it becomes 1,000. Where will I go and search for 1,000 people? That is where you have a problem with on-prem. Increasing maintenance cost. Who will go and buy 1 crore? If someone is asking you, please invest 1 crore for this, why will I go and do this? Why will I take a risk? As and then your data is increasing, your laptops also you need to buy. I've given a very simple example of laptop. You can imagine to be any server. In laptop only, I've installed the server. How can I do it? It requires a great capital investment. And out of this 10 people where I've given 10 laptops, I have never seen you. You have never seen me. And what if you run away with my laptop? What if you run away with my laptop? Data loss. Data loss, right? 1 TB of data is given in your laptop and I give it to you based on your trust and you run away. And you suddenly say that software is corrupted. My system broke down. And I have given my KSR data to you and your cousins are using your laptop. Where is my data security? KSR data is secure. I have given you the laptop. You are somewhere in Pune, I am somewhere in Bangalore. Your cousins are using our KSR laptop. Where is data security? Will I get to know? Or can I send a watchman to your house? Definitely no. Data loss, data security, everything is hampered. Everything is hampered. Now tell me what I will do. Will I teach the class? Will I take the sessions? Will I talk to you people? Or will I go and manage the data? What will I do? I'm not a Rajinikanth, robo Rajinikanth, where you read one page, automatically you can read 1,000 pages, right? We cannot do that. Everyone will have a own skills. Whether I will manage the classes or I will go and manage the data. Today I'm managing it. Today I'm managing it. All the KSR students information, I'm having it. Because that motivates us. Okay, this student has got 18 lakhs package. Why don't we train more? Why don't we get package more? Yes, it's a motivation for us. Today I'm managing. Tomorrow it becomes 10 terabyte. Do you think I'll go and manage? Definitely not. Today we have 15,000 students. I can easily manage all 15,000 students of KSR. Possible. But what if it becomes 1,50,000 students? I cannot go and take a risk, because to manage data, I need the skill, that is data engineering or data science or data analysis. I need to teach people. Only then I can make an entry here, people getting offer. If I don't do this, and if I focus on the data, who will take the class then? Now that's where is the problem. Now, entire KSR is struggling to manage this 10 terabyte of data, which is like 10 lakhs. KSR is struggling to spend 10 lakhs for data management. That is what is today's current situation. Okay. Now, listen carefully. I don't know how many of you have seen this. Not everyone would have got this experience. Have you ever seen a moving star? A moving star. Have you ever seen a moving star?
Yes.
What is moving star?
Always in demand.
Moving star. What is moving star? Have you ever seen a moving star? Have you ever seen a moving star? Yes, no?
Yes.
No.
Don't know whether
It's a
look at.
broken part of a star.
Take the first image.
I want to see video. Okay, you can just look at it the YouTube. But has anyone seen moving star? This is all science which I'm talking. Forget about data engineering. We're talking about science. Now this moving star, people say it's luck. I don't know whether it's true or not. Okay, I've seen couple of times. 2 years back also, I was like in terrace. I was just looking at stars and something. See, it will be visible only for certain people. If two people are looking at the sky, not everyone will witness this. If you're lucky, maybe you can see this. Maybe I was lucky enough. I've seen a couple of times. Maybe you people would have experienced. Some people would have not experienced. And even if you say to the next person, they will not believe. If I tell someone, hey, I saw a moving star, they will not believe. Hey, where it is, I'm not able to see, right? So it's not visible to everyone, right? Moving star is considered to be a luck. A luck, right? Suddenly, miracle happens. Something happens, miracle. Now, listen carefully. We all people were struggling to maintain KSR data, which was 10 terabyte. And the total cost was 10 lakhs. Now we were thinking, how are we going to spend this 10 lakhs? Suddenly someone from sky, a moving star for KSR, comes in the form of cloud computing. They say that, boss, don't spend 10 lakhs. You give me 3 lakhs. I will manage all your data. I will manage all your data. I will take care of data security. I'll take care of data loss. I'll make sure that I'll have the backups. I'll make sure that I will have each and every, I will make sure that we will have each and every security part, management part, access part, everything we will handle it. Now that's a luck for us. That is a moving star for us. Why? when we were struggling to spend 10 lakhs for 10 terabyte, someone who's falling from sky and it's a miracle for us, they say that, boss, we will do it in 3 lakhs. And that's the person we needed, because we wanted to focus on classes, we wanted to focus on sessions, we wanted to get the placement jobs. Why will I'm going and worrying about my data? There is a person who requires for me, and that person who is going to help us with a very limited cost is cloud computing. The person who's going to help us is cloud computing. By using cloud computing, you need not spend 10 lakhs for buying 10 laptops. They have their own center, they have their own servers. They will manage data for us. They will manage data for us. And the top 4 cloud services you can see is, which is on the screen, UI, GCP, AWS, and Azure. By using one of these 4 service, I can make use of all the data storage, ETL pipelines, security, data loss, encryption, decryption, everything they will take care. Everything they will take care. Recently, I visited one of my friend's marriage. Okay. I usually don't go to marriages. Okay, I don't know why they conduct that function. People will stand on the stage and everyone will come. Everyone will just, I don't know how many of them will truly wish you, correct? They'll start gossiping. Yes or no? If you go to marriages, the people who are standing on stage, right, the boy and girl, they will be happily like invited everything. But people who come for wishing or people who come for marriage, do you think all the people will go and wish them truly? Start talking about gossips only. Food is not good. Boy is very short. Girl is very thin. Boy is very fair. This two, I don't know why they've matched. I have seen this person. I've seen that person. All gossiping. I don't know why they conduct marriage. Okay. Now, recently I went for one marriage. In the past, what used to happen is all the family members will take one responsibility. Boy's brother will take care of food, right? Boy's younger brother may take care of all this travel, room, accommodation, right? Everything they used to take care of it, right? Within the family only, they used to take care. Even I've also witnessed with this. For my cousin marriage also, I was being part. I was taking care of people who come from long, right? I try to give them accommodation, drive them from airport or railway station. I used to pick them, drop, everything I used to do, correct? Recently, I went for one friend's marriage, I mean relative's marriage. He did not do anything. He was just happily on stage. I was asking, hey, many people are coming for food. You have to serve them food. Why don't you ask your friends or your relatives to go and manage them? He's simply saying, I have already looked for agency. I've already looked for some agency people. Ask what they will do. You give them money, they will do everything. They will only go and serve the food. They will only go and cook the food. They'll only go and give all the things which is required. Everything they'll only give. Okay, what you need to give them? I just need to give them money. You give them money, everything they will do it, right? In the past, when we used to shift house, we used to take every item. Okay, I used to take cupboard, I used to take cot, television, TV, everything, laptop, everything I used to take with all the things which I have purchased. Now, if I want to travel somewhere, on the board itself, they would have given fully furnished house. Washing machine is there, fridge is there, kitchen items are there. You just walk with your suitcase. It's an advertisement. Why? They're doing everything. You just need to walk with your bag. You just need to move out with your bag. Initially, what I used to do when I was in hostel, I used to carry everything, 4 to 5 bags, all this. Even I still remember, I've taken mixer also. Mixer, iron box, heater, kettle, all this I've taken. Now, just walk with your suitcase. Just walk with your bag. Because the house itself is a fully furnished house. You come, you use, you pay, you go. That's a very good example of cloud computing. You come, you do only your work. We will take care of everything. We will take care of everything. That's an example of cloud computing. Now, imagine you're coming out of your country or out of your state and you want to stay in your, you want to work and you're staying outside. You're also looking for a furnished, fully furnished house. There are different houses. Which one you will choose? Which one you will choose? On what basis you choose? That's the question mark now. which cloud computing are we going to choose? Which cloud computing we are going to choose? Imagine, don't scold me after this class. I'll give an example. Imagine you want to eat pizza. Imagine you want to eat pizza. Pizza, you'll get it in Pizza Hut. You'll also get it in Domino's. Now, question to you, you want to eat pizza, but you will get it in Domino's as well as Pizza Hut. Question to you, which one you will prefer? Which one you will prefer?
Domino's.
I prefer Pizza Hut.
It's
Why
based on
there
the
is
pocket size.
why there is a different answer?
Pocket size.
Everybody has a taste of
That-
their own.
That's
Oh,
your
well.
liking.
Well, if you want to eat pizza, you have an option whether you want to go with Pizza Hut or Domino's. But what I will do is comparison. What is comparison? First thing, which one is tasty? Which one is giving offers? Which one is giving discounts? Which one is very near? That is important for me. If I order this from Domino's, it is 15 kilometers from my home. And this is 3 kilometers from my home. Obviously, I'll prefer this, right? Even though I can adjust with some taste. Taste may not be as good as Domino's. Taste may be a bit less, but still I'll prefer Pizza Hut. Reason? It's very near. I can get it in 15 minutes. It will be still hot. Pizza, if you have it if it's not hot, you cannot even eat one piece, right? So obviously choosing just for one pizza, listen, just for one pizza, I'm looking for all the features. Which is near, which is less cost, which is giving discounts. Today is a weekend, which one gives me offers, cashbacks, everything I will look. To manage my 10 terabyte of student information, don't you think I would have compared the cloud services? Don't you think I would have compared my cloud services? Whether should I go with the GCP or should I go with the AWS or should I go with the Azure? One piece pizza only, I've done a research. For managing my customer data, do you think I would have not made decisions? Do you think I would have not compared it? With that, the top 2 cloud services is AWS and Azure. These are also useful, but first 2 places has been captured by AWS and Azure. Now you may ask me a question. Why are we learning Azure? Why are we learning Azure? Azure is the second most widely used cloud service, but why are we using Azure? Why not AWS? AWS is our first topmost cloud service. Why?
Azure is a Microsoft product. Sir.
So what? AWS is also Amazon product. Amazon is also big company. Microsoft is also big company.
I mean, with Windows, from my childhood, we have been seeing Windows probably.
From childhood, you are also seeing Amazon.
cheaper in price and security while it is better.
I think it's about the discounts and how they project themselves into the people. Like Amazon is like costly, Azure is like available for everybody at cheaper rates.
Okay.
Things which you are looked in is available in Azure.
It's a easy integration with other Microsoft product. And in addition to this, it's also offer a certain kind of offer. And the people who are using Microsoft products, it is easy for them to get a certain kind of a special privileges from Microsoft end in terms of price. And same, if you are using Microsoft Azure, there is a SQL Server as well, Cloud SQL as well there. Our reporting tool is there, Microsoft Power BI. A lot of tools, cloud-based. And if they go for the Microsoft Azure, they will be able to integrate with all kind of these Microsoft other products. In addition to that, they will have some cost benefit as well.
Okay, any other answer? Any other answer? Even though Amazon is on top, why am I using Azure for this course?
People comfortable with Microsoft products are more than Amazon.
Okay, I'll give an example, okay? I'll give an example. You tell me what it is, okay? Student 1. Student 2. Okay, I need a student who is very sharp in calculations. Very sharp in calculations. Okay, now This student chemistry marks is 99. Physics marks is 97. Max marks is 82. Okay. And this guy, if you see, right, he is a first rank student. First rank student. This guy, chemistry 74. Physics 53. Maths 99. This guy is second rank. Who will I choose for my business, for my project?
Student two.
Second
How
one.
come? How come? He's second rank. Why should I choose second rank student? I will choose
I
first
need-
rank.
Because
I
as the
need calculation.
Because he
calculation
is
is for
good in
calculation.
calculations.
It depends on what you need.
Exactly. It depends on what you need. Well said. Now tell me, is it a rule that I have to always go with the top cloud service? Amazon is the first one. Azure is the second one. Is it any rule that I have to always choose my first rank?
No.
No.
What I need, that is important, right? Well, to give you more thoughts on this, your cloud can do anything. Your cloud can do anything. You can build a website. You can build a mobile application. You can do a reports. You can build ETL pipelines. Well, for data engineering, what is really required is to do data pipelines. And for that, the best service is being provided by Azure. Amazon is also best, but they are best in other things. Just like the first rank student and second rank student, the first rank student is good in chemistry, the first rank student is good in physics, whereas the second rank student is actually good in mathematics. What I need is what I'm going to pick. For data engineering pipelines, your Azure is on top. Depending on the security they provide, encryption, decryption, data loss, everything, your Azure is on top. With that, we are going to learn Azure for this course. So if you ask me, is it possible to build data pipelines by using AWS? Yes, it is possible. But the reason why we have chosen Azure is depending on the market share, how the company is improving, how many projects. Totally, I have worked around 80 projects in my career. 65 projects we have used Azure. That's a stat. And I've also gathered the information from different teams, job openings, market, what is the like future, everything. We kept all this into consideration, and we are going to learn Azure. We are going to learn Azure. I'll give one small example. Imagine I am teaching you cooking. Okay, and this class is for not data engineering. Imagine it's for cooking. Okay, cooking means I will teach some cooking. Let's say how to prepare maybe biryani or something else. I'm asking you to prepare. I'm teaching you to prepare. Question to you. If I teach you to prepare, you will be able to prepare in your house. Correct? Yes. If I'm teaching you how to cook, you will be able to prepare in your house. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
If I ask you to go to your relative's house and prepare, is it still difficult or okay, manageable?
Manageable, maybe.
Why?
Difficult.
Why difficult? Why manageable?
Manageable is because you have the same kitchen there and you know them.
We won't get full privilege
Yeah.
and access
I mean,
No, in our house we know
to prepare.
where the ingredients and all. But
imagine it's very close relative where you know everything. Only the kitchen is changing, the location is changing. Is it possible or not?
We
Yes.
are not habitual. That's why it will take time to
What
adapt.
you have learned here is a process of cooking. What you have learned is a process of cooking. If I ask you to cook in my house also, you should be able to cook. If I ask you to cook in your friend's house also, you should be able to cook. But yes, you'll be able to cook very good in your own house because you are completely comfortable with it. But doing in your friend's house is not difficult. It's manageable. Well, on this day, I'm telling you, if you learn one cloud, all the other cloud services are easy. Only the name change. service change, database change. Only this is what is going to change. What vessel you are going to use in your house, that vessel may not be there in your relative's house. You may take another vessel. That is all is a difference. If you learn one cloud, I can assure you 100% you will be able to get trained in the other cloud within 1 week. What is important is a 2 primary skill that we are going to learn. With that, either you do it in AWS or you do it in Azure. You can always go and do it. And with that, I'm saying you that in our course, we are going to cover. See, I was talking about data engineering, but the entire course is about Azure data engineering. All the data pipelines, ETL, we are going to build in the Azure. That's why you people are called Azure data engineer. By chance, if you say, no, I am very much interested in learning AWS, yes, well and good. You learn data pipelines. There also you will have opportunity. There you will become AWS data engineer. Which technology you know, based on that you will be crowned. Whether you're a GCP data engineer or you're a AWS data engineer or you're called a Microsoft Azure data engineer. Well, if you know more than one tool, if you know more than one cloud, you will be generalizedly and you will be called as cloud data engineer. 3 things. One is GCP engineer, one is AWS data engineer, and one is Azure data engineer. Which technology, which cloud you know, you will be crowned. If you know both AWS and Azure, more than one, you will be crowned as cloud data engineer. Well, most of the job opportunities is on Azure, and that's why I've picked this. By chance in your country, maybe if you're in US, UK, Canada, if you feel like AWS is good, you have a lot of openings because it all depends on projects. It all depends on location as well. By chance in your location, if you're having, you have to learn AWS. But as part of this course, we are going to learn Azure data engineering. I have done a lot of research. I have talked with a lot of people, HRs. I've also talked with a lot of consultings. We have a lot of openings for Azure, and that's why we have choose this. And if you learn Azure in next 1 week also, you can go and learn AWS, because what we will be focusing is if I want to put it in a roadmap, this is a roadmap. This is a roadmap. Okay. To learn data engineering, we will be starting with SQL. Then we'll be learning Python. Then we'll be going with data warehousing. Then we'll be going with big data. This too is very, very important. We will be starting with SQL from the next class. If you know SQL and Python, you can build any data pipelines. But if you want to switch between the cloud, it will change here. Last step, it will change. Till last step, we are all traveling together. Maybe in the last, if you're saying that no, I don't want to learn Azure, if I want to learn AWS or GCP, that is where the last cloud computing will come. Which you will learn, that you will be crowned. For this course, we are focusing only on Azure. Give me 2 minutes, I'll complete it, and then you can ask all your questions. For this course, we are going to cover Azure, the complete ETL process, Databricks, data lake, whatever you have heard. People who don't know, don't worry. People who have heard, who have already done a research, what tool we are going to learn? We are going to build a complete ETL pipeline in Azure. Okay, so that will be the roadmap. And the first 2 things, see, if you want to carry a heavy rock, okay, listen, if you want to carry a heavy rock, okay, heavy stone, what you need first? 2 hands you need. Without hands, you can never carry that stone. The 2 hands which is required to carry the heavy stone is SQL and Python. If you know SQL and Python, you can lift a very heavy stone. That heavy stone is data engineering. And both comes with coding. SQL also comes with coding. Python also comes with coding. And everything will be started from scratch. Even if any company's CEO is also joining this course, we will be teaching from scratch. That's the beauty of KSR. Even if you are like beginner, even if you have not worked, even if you don't know coding, everything will be taught from scratch. We'll go as slow as possible in the initial days, and then we will accelerate it. By the time you go to the last part, you'll be completely a data engineer. And again, I'm saying all the things which we'll be covering, it will be completely related to the real-time experience that what I worked for 10 years, I'm going to explain in your course. Okay. With that, this is a roadmap, and the demand for data engineers is every day, it's keep on increasing. Even today, being Friday and a long weekend ahead, today I've taken 4 interviews for my company. All 4 are data engineers. I was taking interview today. The entire day I've taken interview for my company. Even towards this layoff time, even in this like tough time, even during the long weekend, I've still taken interviews. The demand is increasing. Well, if you want to earn more, choose a top skill. That top skill is what? The data engineer. Okay. Already discussed about the opportunities. I should have renamed this slide as where you don't have an opportunity. That I should have named it. There is no answer for that. Everywhere, wherever data is there, you will see the opportunities. Okay. And with that, if you're a normal testing or a Java, you can, if you are like 2 years experience, you can get 4 lakhs. If you're a 5 years experience, you can get 10 lakhs. This is an expected package for a normal, common technologies. But if you go with the top skill, you can even earn 4 times. When I say 4 times, if you have 5 years experience, you can even get 20 lakhs. Easily you can get it. We have a lot of examples of people who have got this in a high skill job. Okay. And at last, this is just a stat for the median salary of data engineers is 17 lakhs. Majority of the openings is there with banking. I've already told you how banking is important. Each and every one has a bank account, right? With that, we are like having more openings. Okay. And who should go for this course? People who need high package, please go for it. Non-technical people also can learn it. People who want to switch their career, yes, well and good. If you're already from knowing skills, well and good. If not, also we are teaching everything from scratch, and this is a very good opportunity for freshers. Freshers, you will definitely face some challenges. In like after your graduations, you are going with some testing or Java course, definitely you will get very less calls. But at least if you are like aware of this data engineering and cloud services, at least you will get 2 to 3 calls, which is more than enough for you to grab the opportunity. And with that, after completing this course, you will be learning all these technologies. Okay, we will stop here.